Am I entering Evo KI this year as a competitor? No, I'm not. I'm not going to be doing much competing, chat, anytime soon. Why don't I try to get a star? Here's why I don't try to get a star, chat. If I wanted to try to get a star, number one, I wouldn't be able to play this month, right? If I was playing this month, I wouldn't be able to catch up. I'd have to start at the beginning of the month, so June. If I played June, I'd have to play at least 3 to 4 hours and do well every single day. I'd say 6 days a week. I'd have to play the game about 6 days a week, 3 to 4 hours a day, and get maybe at least like 20 to 25 wins a day. Actually, that wouldn't be enough. I'd have to get like 50 wins a day if I wanted to get a star. Yeah, but I would still have to play the game about 28 days, 26 or 27 days out of the month, and maybe I might get a star. That's how much it takes. Couldn't play anything else. It's super sweaty, dude. I'm not even kidding you. You have to play a fuckload and you have to do well. That's what it takes to get a star. I've never ever been close. Like, this is the most Killer Instinct I have played consecutively. This is my second day of playing KI. This is the most Killer Instinct I've played consecutively in probably like 2 or 3 years. And to be honest, like I actually feel myself getting better, which is a great feeling. But as a broadcaster, right, I'm not training to be a competitor, right? I like getting better and it feels good, but sometimes like the requirements of the stream are a bit different than just getting good. And getting good takes time. It is an absolute myth that natural talent exists. Absolute myth. You might think that somebody was born with natural talent, or people are just inherently great at KI. What you're not seeing is the countless amount of hours that they've put into being okay to great at it. Same thing goes for fighting games, same things go for everything. You think people are just naturally good at things. The only difference, Justin Wong, do you know how much time Justin Wong spent at Chinatown Fair? Do you have any idea? He fucking like lived there. He lived there playing with people, losing to them until he became the best. Like he lived and breathed this shit. Chat, I highly recommend you go watch The Last Dance. I highly recommend you go watch that documentary about Michael Jordan and understand like what it actually takes to be truly good at something. Like it is an eye-opening experience. It's something that I've realized and I've known for a long time, but there is no natural talent. You work your ass off. You constantly try to get better. And if you want it, you're gonna go get it. If you want to do it, you're gonna make it happen. And the best in the world at whatever the hell we're talking about, the best players in the world, regardless if it's fighting games or sports or chess or esports or whatever the fuck, didn't get there by just suddenly being good at it one day. And that's the pill that's tough to swallow. That's the question I get asked, why I'm talking about is this whole conversation. The question I get asked all the time is, how do I get good at fighting games fast? And I don't bullshit people. I have to tell them you have to put a ton of time into it, and you have to try to learn as you're putting that time in. You have to try to identify your mistakes, and you have to try to make those adjustments on the fly. There is no quick way. There is no way to be good at fighting games fast. There's just not. Like I've watched documentaries where like the highest level, I've watched like programs where the highest level players at fighting games, their goal is to teach somebody that doesn't have much experience and like take them under their wing for 1 week. From the best player in the world. 1 week. They don't play fighting games. I'm gonna give them 1 week to get them in like shape to learn fighting games. Those players at the end of that stuff can barely even understand and grasp the concept of neutral by the end of it. Of what the heck they're supposed to even be doing. At the end of a week of playing that one game, training like 6 to 8 hours a day, playing that one game, they could barely even process like proper anti-air timing and neutral. Because that shit takes forever to bake in. It takes fucking years to bake in what neutral is and how you need to take advantage of it. And for some people, it might take longer than others. Some people might pick it up kind of fast, but other people might pick up other parts slower, like muscle memory and combos and shit like that. There's no easy way around it. Isn't there a documentary about Justin Wong called The King of Chinatown Fair? Yes. Yes, he like lived there. That's how he got amazing. That's how he got good at everything. And here's the thing, and you might even say like, I I appreciate the sentiment, and I'm not trying to be humble here. I am a completely average fighting game player. Even on my best day when I was competing in Third Strike, and that was like my main game in the mid-2000s, and I was playing the fuck out of it, I was not nearly good enough to make it to Evo to top 8. Because everyone was so fucking good at that game. All it really boiled down to is the people that you run into. You need to have good competition. There's very little chance that you're going to be good at a fighting game without playing people that are good. Not bullshitting you. It takes time. But what's the result? I've played so much fighting games for so many years in the 90s and the mid-2000s and up until today. I played so much of them. Am I the best at any of them? By a fucking long shot. I was pretty good at some, right? Arguably good at some, but definitely can't be the best in the world because that takes a lot of time. However, what has that done to me? Why does it seem like Justin Wong and Sonic Fox and some of these players can just pick up fighting games so fast? How does it seem like they're just naturally good at this stuff? What you're not seeing is that they've been playing fighting games for like most of their life. They're just used to it. They just know what works in other fighting games, and there's a good chance the fighting game that you're playing has a lot of concepts that's going to carry over from the other games, you know? That's my lesson. Here's the big one. A lot of people will say, this is like an advantage, right? This gives you a statistical advantage over other people that use controllers. Some people say the dexterity, the physical dexterity required is too much. People naturally are inclined to acquire the things they want the easiest it possibly can be acquired. And that's natural. Like, you don't want to have to work super hard for things, so I'm not even blaming people for thinking this way. They want shortcuts. And there is no immediate shortcuts, but the part that gets me is when people start complaining that you have advantages in this, you have advantages there. I don't have the physical dexterity for this. Motherfucker, I watch some of the best players in the world play this game with their face. Like Broly Legs, people play this game with their face, using their tongue to hit buttons because they don't have the use of their hands like normal people. I know Spliced Helix, who has to, I think he has like MS or something, and he has like 20 or 15% use of his hands. And he's still one of the better Guiles in Street Fighter V, right? He was still like a super good Guile player in Street Fighter 4. If you want to get good at something, even without a giant physical handicap, like a huge physical handicap that is holding you back, Wheels, Dayton, like Wheels is the perfect example. Wheels is one of the best players at Killer Instinct, right? This hard as fuck fighting game. The dude has obviously limited control with what he can do with his hands. But my God, man, the guy is like literally the best Tusk in the world. Literally plays Killer Instinct at the highest level of anyone on the planet. Because if you love something, you're gonna find a way. That's just the way it goes. No matter how much you love something, you're gonna find a way. And to be honest, that translates to other things in life too. This isn't just a fighting game thing. I'm telling you right now, things like footsies and things like dedication and the shit that it takes to be good at fighting games doesn't translate to just fighting games. I learned this shit a long time ago, that it translates to real life. About playing footsies in fucking real life. Why am I gonna put myself in bad situations and shit like that? Why am I going to set myself up to be punished for 80% damage? You know? Apply that shit to real life and just think about it, right? Why am I not gonna try my best if I'm going into a situation where I know I need to perform to not perform at my best or some shit like that? I did that shit. I did that shit for years with the fucking YouTube channel when I didn't make any goddamn money off of it. Extremely little money, and I just kept going because I felt like I was getting better and things were working more, and there was at least progress. Progress feels so good. Progress feels so... Like, at the end of today, this is some of the most fun I've had with KI because holy shit, dude, I feel like I'm getting better. And the feeling of getting better is one of the greatest fucking things in the world, in my opinion. This conversation got very real, but I truly think that the shit that I've learned from fighting games over the years and just in terms of how they're played, and it isn't just fighting games, dude. Like, it translates to real life and shit. Footsies in real life, the dude story.